shit, son. Welcome everyone back to D&D 5th edition in Signo Vinces. You know what it is. You know what it is. This is session number 66. So welcome back, and make sure to keep caught up by going to bit.ly/LeafJackGaming, where we have all the videos uploaded nice and neat. Last we left off, the gang got confused about my descriptions, but saw the great eye in the very far distance, which is what I meant to imply, but apparently I did not get across correctly. And had decided to leave Jack at the edge of the forest, where he would be the safest, or so they think. No, just kidding. They traveled across the plains by flight, as it was covered in corpse flowers devouring corpses. It took them a bit, but they finally were able to land outside of the range of them and decided to take a rest before continuing on. However, there they were attacked by a gang of Sorrow Sworn. The group fended them off eventually, and that is where we left off. Also, instead of Jecht going forward, he sent his homunculus as a loophole to get around Bacob's instructions. And what are you guys doing?
Taking a short rest.
Amen.
Suddenly more shots. No, I was kidding. Oh, it's so quiet because there's no music. I was wondering. Yes, you guys are able to short rest successfully. So go ahead and roll your hit die if you wish, and if you have any expended resources that come back at a short rest, those do refresh.
You mean everything?
Well, not all of us are warlocks.
If I remember correctly, we're about one more set of my spells, set of flies away from the city.
Just about. That would put us just outside the city.
Right.
I'm going to expend one more, why not?
I was confused there for a second. I was like, when did you get D10s? And then I remembered you get D10s.
I have 6 fighter levels.
Yeah. That's why.
What the fuck?
Alright. Has everyone done their due? I'm not sure what you said there, but we'll say yes. And move
Hadouken.
forward. Hadouken!
Alright. I will spend another 4 fly spells to get us most of the rest of the way to the city, barring any other unforeseen circumstances.
Alright, you are able to travel the rest of the way to the city. I didn't start the music. I said I was going to do that and then totally spaced it. There we go. Sorry, I have a weird mix of exhaustion and caffeine in my body, so I might be a little crazy.
Same.
Sounds like every night.
Exactly. As you travel across these plains, the eye grows closer, and its enormous size begins to truly show, as it seems to be about the size of a small city over this enormous growing almost as if from the curvature of the earth, growing from the earth, these pillars of spiked black buildings rising up and looming as you approach. It takes a little while to get there, but eventually you end up landing just short of the city proper. Looking inside, you see specks of, well, not specks, but figures. It's kind of a shadowy reflection almost of these figures moving about throughout the town. It has a very mirrored reflection of Mia Cassell, actually, in its structuring and its placement. Actually, as Mia Cassell sits in the material plane, that's actually very close to where this sits. However, instead of being lifted up by the triangular pointed bottom, it sits flat upon the earth as if it's supposed to be there rather than landed there from the sky. Random section. Okay.
This is strange.
Everyone do a perception check real quick.
Not supposed to be at advantage, my bad.
That's fine. Everyone but Thok, it's funny. In the distance, as you're beginning to land, you see green for the first time in what feels like a very, very long time for those who did not return to the material plane for a night. You see trees of almost vibrant green compared to the rest of this place, beyond the city. You might even think that that might be where the veil rests.
So, like, the material plane seems to be leaking through here?
Yes.
Interesting.
Almost as if the dark reflection, or the reflection of the darkness on the material plane that is the Lalanda Veil, comes out as a normal forest surrounded by dark trees instead of dark trees surrounded by green. As you land on the outskirts of the city, every once in a while a sheen of a light will surround the whole thing as the eye moves around. It almost gives this what is it, semi-translucent film. The vintage kind of color where it's a little orangish and tinting everything within to your sight, with those shadowy figures moving about within. How do you proceed?
Thok, do you think... Oh, wait. I don't have to worry about anything. I am going to doing elf and tail, notably without the Raven Queen cloak.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing that, huh?
It might be advisable to, if you can't disguise it in some way, put it away for the time being.
I have another idea. This might go back a ways, but what if we went in here with me as a prisoner?
I mean, we have some stuff to do first. like we need to be able to move around the town freely first.
Okay.
Maybe like when we need to get actually into the fortress, or I mean, even if we
Okay,
don't
yeah,
go with
sure.
that, you can put it back on
Yeah,
in the
I'll-
fortress.
So I'm just gonna take it off and put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. While it is off, you do not gain any of the benefits.
Right. Yep.
Right. Let's go into the city then, I guess.
Sounds good. Lead the way.
Do we believe the necropolis will be as kind to adventurers as the Fortress of Memories was?
Probably not.
The one thing you know about the necropolis is that no one has entered and no one has left since it has arrived on the Shadowfell.
Well, you're the infiltration expert, so
We know for sure that no one. Okay, so what species actually inhabits the necropolis? Do we know that?
Those of you who have studied Cursus and his people know that they were primarily humans, with a mix of the various races, but almost exclusively human. People, the dwarves not so much. It's very rare to see a dwarf, and at least at the time. And gnomes also. Half-orcs pretty much unheard of.
should I cover my ears or something? I mean, I know I have a helmet, so should I just act like a really tall, imposing person?
I mean, look at you. You pull that off pretty well.
Thank you. Are you coming on to me?
You wish.
Oh. I mean... Okay.
I'm mostly into undead things. You know how I was showing my booty off.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Although
We
they weren't
should-
undead, whatever they were.
Anybody that can disguise themselves should probably be a little bit less notable. We shouldn't have to worry too much as long as we don't stand out, though. Nobody's supposed to enter or leave the city, so we just kind of want to pretend we belong there.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work too well in my case. Just a heads up.
I was gonna say, look at Fort. He's a Flint.
Do you have any way of disguising yourself at all?
I was a soldier, not an infiltrator, so no.
Okay.
Do you have a disguise kit?
I do not. Do we have a big cloak?
In a wheelbarrow.
I mean, even a big. Do we have an Inferno cloak or Holocaust cloak rather? Even with a big cloak, I'm still wearing like vibrantly white robes, so it's checked.
Man. Not
How about
here.
you, how about you turn us all invisible?
Who?
Anyone who can.
Please completely expended for the hour, as far as I understand.
We just took a short rest. Oh, wait. Did we get the benefits of a short rest?
We
Well, we
did.
just-
A short rest
just
and then
used-
flew here using all of these spell slots.
Yeah, that's true.
I do have a disguise kit,
Okay.
Oh,
but I mean, we'll see. That's not quite.
helpful at least.
Yeah, it's not quite magical, but
Disguise yourself as an undead people.
I mean, we can try it at least. can we get a big cloak and a disguise kit check? Hopefully, if nobody pays too close attention to us.
Do you guys have a big cloak? I don't think you guys explicitly have said that you've gone and purchased a big cloak.
Um,
I don't think we have.
do we have winter clothes from something?
I mean, I could also show you in the bag of holding as well.
I feel like that's a poor idea.
Yeah, and if anyone asks, I can just, like, you know, how your head's poking out, and if anyone asks, just say, this is my collection of heads.
And
Hey?
I feel like that's doing the opposite of not drawing attention to us. We could... Can you make yourself invisible?
Not anymore, no.
What about... Well, I mean, what about Fort?
I could, but that seems like a very poor use of resources.
Maybe... Okay, oh man, I hate to say it, but maybe we should find a place to lie low first thing and kind of get a feel for the area, just to figure out how much of a problem it's really going to be to have you walking around.
Counteroffer. How about we just go offer to take out Karsus? That way, Bokab won't have to watch over Necropolis, and the denizens will be free to roam as they wish. They'll probably be on our side if we do.
Okay. I mean, I guess I hadn't considered the denizens could be on our side. That's probably not a bad plan.
An eternity trapped, or just let these outsiders roam freely.
We still don't want to draw attention to ourselves, but that helps a lot, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's head in then.
Okay.
Alright. As you approach the wall, or the city, it kind of has like a wall, the dome, you are standing right there. Who goes first? Or are you all holding hands and singing Ring Around the Rosie and jumping in together?
I don't
I'll
typically
go
sing, but the holding hands part is actually rather normal for a lot of fort spells.
I want to hold hands.
I'd be happy to go in right after Lee.
I feel like no one answered my question.
Yeah, that was like...
Lee said she'd go first.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
Okay,
see
I go for it, Lee. You got this.
Yeah, please pick a pocket.
You were in mine before.
Oh, I mean, I kind of don't want to be in the middle of bullshit if it pops off.
But if you're someone's pocket, then bullshit's gonna happen regardless.
Well, I mean, you like bashing shit in the face.
He doesn't trust you to not cause a scene.
Go with Cat.
Yeah, I'll say go with Cat. That'll work.
Sure.
Cat is explicitly the only one who gets out of the BS ASAP.
All right.
I will use my disguise kit to make it look like the homunculus look like a flying squirrel.
I want you to roll a check on that.
I'm down. I'm so down. Nat 20. Here we go.
fucked up looking squirrel.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's a 10.
Modified 10. There we go.
Can I tell that it doesn't look like a squirrel?
To the person who has any sort of perception, that does not look like a squirrel. It looks like
Okay, we're better off just hiding it.
a very creepy undead, maybe like fur falling out squirrel. If you're lucky.
Oh, perfect. It'll fit right in.
A mangy, yeah. There you go. A rabbit squirrel. All right.
I'm a rabbit squirrel.
So, Lee, do you step in?
I do.
All right. You take a step towards the barrier, and a sensation of what can be kind of described, if you've read Harry Potter, of when a ghost goes through someone, they feel that feeling of like a cold bucket of water washing over them. As you step through, it just seems to encompass your body, and it makes you shiver from your very core. Almost nauseating. However, once you get through, it does pass. Once in, the inside does not look much better from how it did on the outside. However, the shadowy shapes and figures moving around have taken form, at least for the most part. Paled skin, sunken in faces, at places cheeks are deteriorating, held together only by strands, teeth showing through. Eyes, a dull white all the way through, no color. Many of them in black robes, tattered, but functional, holding a book of some sort of casting-like nature. And for the denizens that seem to have not taken a different shape, you see black figures wisping with energy that just, by the very look of them, fills your mind with just thoughts of incoherent babble. You kind of shake yourself from it, and you notice that every other being is purposely looking away from these creatures. Nothing seems to notice you, at least not yet.
Okay, so there's like regular people, and then there's like these ghosty, spectry things that everybody's avoiding.
Yeah.
Okay, we can probably use that to our advantage at some point. Does everyone else come in?
Yeah, I'll follow
do
suit.
we see Lee like? Oh, it's Dementors. So can we see Lee like she's fine?
As Lee steps through, she becomes just another shadowy figure, just a little closer to the wall. You can't. Nothing seems to be moving towards her that you can tell.
I'm gonna like wave my arms a little bit.
Lee, if you look back at your party, you just see the wall.
We don't
I
need
kind of do
no.
the touch the wall thing.
A reverberation goes from when you touch it, almost like ripples in a pool of water, solid otherwise.
I back off and kind of casually try and wave the party in as I look around.
Okay. The rest of the group, you do see the shadowy figure get extremely close in a spot, and the wall almost seems to crack and break, and then mend itself around where it was touched. And then the black figure just kind of starts moving around.
Cat's walking right in.
Okay. Cat,
Walking
that
in.
same feeling, and Thok, the same feeling of the cold bucket washing over you, the shiver as you step through. And Lee is waiting on the other side, waving you in while it's looking around. Anyone else?
Step through.
Okay. And I do believe, Fort, you are the last one to step through. Feeling the same washing over sensation, and making it to the other side. A quick glance around. Also, you do not see the eye anywhere. Just this film of that vintage color, kind of like the color of the aura around Thok, actually. If everyone can see that.
Everything's in sepia tone? Oh, there it is, yeah.
There's a little bit of shading in the whole place of the color, but it's I don't know that's what it was called. It's not like super prominent, but there's not much color other than that. So
I'm with you on the prestidigitation thing.
I'm not sure what your guys' definition of clean is, but it's clean. Like, it doesn't say there's any remnants of anything.
Anyway,
You can create other odors, sure, but it literally says the definition is clean.
Clean or soil?
Yeah, I tend not to soil people. That's pretty rude.
Oh dear.
I don't understand why not. Anyways, what are you guys doing?
Are there any street signs around?
Where would the alchemical quarter of Miyakaseo be?
There is a ward off near the center of the city. The Undercity. There were some private branches all throughout the city, but the main area was definitely near the center.
Well, that doesn't help too much then.
I guess not.
We're looking for a shady guy, so some branches around the city, some places. It doesn't help at all.
There's a lot of different locations.
What's the name of this guy we're looking for?
Seve. I'm not sure how he said it.
It's Elibor.
Elivor. Oh,
Survey's the place you're supposed to go for your mission trip.
Yep.
different person. Or is that a place? So now I'm confused because said go speak to Seve. Is this now a place? Am I just hearing everything wrong these days?
Elibor's the person we're trying to find. Survey's the place that Fort needs to go for his mission trip later.
Okay, the question was, is it a person or a place? Not who.
There's the person you were supposed to talk to.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. It was a person, not a place.
Which one?
But Survey's a place. Elibor's a person.
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
That's
Yes.
what we're saying.
All right, well, I give up on that explanations of anything forever.
There were two totally different instances of when I told you those things.
I'm not asking about Elibor at all. I'm asking if Sve's a person, and now I'm hearing it's a place.
Well, you said it, and there was two its in the question. So Seve is a place in the north.
Wow.
And Elibor is the person we're looking for right now to help us with the potion.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Am I successful in finding a street sign at all?
No, there are no street signs.
This
Tarsus,
place almost
over
looks
here.
familiar. Yeah. Something like that. This place almost looks familiar. I don't know why. Like I don't know what it is about this. This doesn't look like Londa at all, does it, guys?
Is that your girlfriend?
What?
Londa?
What? No, Lon. Oh my goodness. I turn and ignore Cat and face to everybody else. Anybody else get that feeling that this city looks familiar?
Kind of like Baker Settle.
That might be it. So Fort then, if you were looking for a shady poisoner dude, where would you look in Mia Cassell?
Literally anywhere.
Let's start with just if you wanted to find somebody who knew about poisons or the general that type of area, where would we go? We might be able to at least find a lead on our specific guy.
Shady poisoner could be found literally anywhere. There is an alchemical quarter in the center of Miakasale-ish.
Well, let's start there. Maybe at least somebody will have heard of this guy. Can you lead us there?
To the center? Yes.
Well, specifically to the alchemical quarter, but yeah.
I can only assume that I can. I cannot guarantee that I can.
Right, where it would be. Alright, let's go then.
Okay. How are you planning on proceeding through the city?
With feet.
Trying to look like we belong, just very casually. But not like, we want to fly casual, but we want to...
Yeah, I was thinking fly casual. Fly casually.
Don't look like you're flying casual.
Okay. As you make your way, you approach the... There's only really one direction to go, and that's directly into the main streets, with the general hustle and bustle of a day as people make their ways to and from wherever they're headed. As you guys approach, someone notices you. Gives you a
good.
look over. The eyes grow wide, showing even more whites of the eye. Outsiders! Outsiders! Everyone begins to look around. What? Outsiders! They've come through the wall!
Look around busily, look around frantically.
They're definitely pointing and talking about you, and everyone's starting to look, and then one of the shadowy figures begins to make an approach. Outsiders.
Should we run?
I have no clue. Let's run.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea, considering there are untold amounts of them all over the place. We should probably just deal with this one and see how it goes. Worst case, we have a diplomatic solution. Sorry, best case, we have a diplomatic solution.
Does the creepy ghosty thingy look intent on harm?
I think it just said how before you guys cut him off. Am I mistaken? Was that growl of howl, or was it something else?
I was saying outsiders, but then... Yeah, it's gonna ask, how?
Lee, tell we want to be citizens.
We have come to apply for citizenship.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Make a deception check.
Can I assist you?
Can I actively give disadvantage by going, I never agreed to that?
Cat wants to join in force endeavors.
At normal then?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Modified 13 with a plus 10.
Impressive.
I definitely don't want to be spending the rest of my days in Necropolis. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. I just kind of facepalm and shake my head. What I mean to say is, we found our way in, and we're just kind of looking for some information about where we are, and possibly how to get back out.
Subversion 101. Tell them exactly what you want.
You must be taken to the master. A hand reaches out.
Oh no, not the master. I don't want to go there. You will have to lead me to him before I go there.
What?
Might we perhaps rest first? We've come a very long way.
No.
Fuck.
How are the people, like the citizens around us, acting?
Very attentive and watching closely to see how you guys are going to react.
Do they seem afraid of the creature?
Yes, their eyes are avoiding it and focusing on you. Some of them even have their hands up if they're able to block it with it.
Are any of the other of the creatures around?
Not that you see.
Do I have any idea what it is?
A religion check might say something,
Can
but
I make one based on my my study?
you can make a religion check. Your study's not going to help.
Bum, bum.
Yeah, I was more hoping it would just allow me to get.
Fort, these beings are something you really have never heard of. They seem to be some sort of shade, remnants of another being. But beyond that, it's hard to tell. With just glancing at it brings whispers of almost insanity into your mind, but other than that, it's a knowledge check that is beyond most.
Cat is going to confidently step forward in front of Lee and bark out, "How dare you? Do you even know who you are talking to? We were sent by your master."
My eyes just kind of go wide, and I try and keep a straight face.
Deception check.
I did post in the chat before that I was focusing on giving myself advantage on deception.
Yes.
Switch from eyes wide in surprise to eyes wide staring down the creature like Bellatrix.
Oh. The creature says, "Then the master must see you immediately."
We are to speak to Elibor first.
The master.
There's no time to waste.
Sorry, that was a DM pause. The master will see you first. If he has sent for you, he waits for no one.
He doesn't even know yet, man.
Should we keep the master waiting for us to see Elibor then and see what happens to you?
I will be fine.
You will be fired.
I'm going to cast Charm Monster.
Ooh.
Okay. Is that a wisdom save?
Before I do this, I'm going to free action make my sword into a dagger. And then yes, wisdom save at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Cloak.
Saving throws in her aura are against magical spells are at disadvantage.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out the dagger.
It's established last fight where I went, why disadvantage? Well, because it's in my aura. How big is your aura? Really big.
Really
Okay.
big.
I did not know that. Well, I remember that now.
We had an entire scene over
Oh,
it.
thank goodness.
There's a pending question in Discord. Or not Discord, Twitch, sorry.
I did see that, thank you.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
The monster puts down its hand and says, right this way.
To Elibor, correct?
Yes. However, a denizen looking on goes, did they just cast a spell on one of the shades? Stop
No.
them!
I
Why would you
shoot him
suggest that?
a glaring. I shoot a glare at who it was.
I do so
And-
as well. Are you proficient
threaten
with
them with the
intimidation?
dagger. I am not, but oh no, I am not. So I will assist Thok.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull out my sword and just like point it at them, like, do not threaten the lady, or accuse her of such thing.
Oh. Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
This reminds me of that stealth half-orc. You know, see me!
You know, Seagrok. Don't see ya.
Takes out big ass sword. You know, nuh-uh.
You intimidate the one.
Mm.
But a few others are
I'm swinging my sword around, being like, no one. You shall taste my blade unless they pass their check, whatever it is.
How many of them are we talking?
A lot.
A lot.
A crowd full.
More than 8?
Yes.
Crowd full.
We'll say about 15 that have their books readily opened at this moment. However, we slowly close them and back a step. Fine.
Um.
And they begin to walk away.
Oh, they're backing off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn and follow the shade.
The shade begins to lead you through the city. He takes you winding down many roads, deeper into the there's like an outer ring of buildings, much like Mia Cassell has. Deep into that ring, towards the north.
Relatively speaking, what section of the city is, quote-unquote, the north?
Um, the way Mia Cassell was constructed, it was kind of this free expression of a city. So it was in its rebirth, which happened when all the others fell, all other islands fell. And those who wished to practice magic were given freedom to do so from their homes, wherever that may land. The center has wards where they would gather and share goods and learn and come together in different sections. This is just a housing area. As you make it to a building burnt on the outside, acid splashes, various just chemical reactions on the material, which seems to be a darker marble than Mikasel's. It's similar, just black and grays everywhere.
I'm gonna kind of hang back a little bit and whisper to whoever is closest. We're definitely gonna have to kill this thing here in a minute, just by that.
Probably
Will
can.
only last an hour.
Okay.
As you go, you notice some peculiarities. That's a weird word to say for some reason. Some oddities from the shade. Like, it's not always taking you in a direct path. Almost like it's winding through needlessly.
Are we taking the most direct path?
Or are we wasting Karsa's time?
Turns to Lee and says, "Well, you've underestimated me, haven't you?"
Can I immediately attack it?
Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
Dun,
Give me the tracker.
Yes.
Ho ho ho, homunculus is slow.
Go ahead and put yourself in marching order, heading north. We'll just use this map here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is go ahead and put yourselves in your order, however you wish. And then I'm going to grab and take us to a different map. So we're going to end up actually having to re-put in.
Griffin's gone.
These aren't the same tokens, are they?
No. I thought about this a little late.
Oh, Jack's here all of a sudden.
Weird.
You don't see anything.
These aren't the same.
So
These
yeah.
are different tokens. We gotta fix my aura.
You're
Yeah,
an aura.
one moment. We'll get that all figured out. Let's have north, or let's just have the direction you guys are heading be that way. So to the right. I'm sorry, I keep changing everything.
Can we move the homunculus for me so I can take that spot?
I can't see myself.
I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
The game is broken.
I'm sorry.
Joe.
Mm.
Reorient your token in the way. Yeah.
Oh, headed. Oh, okay.
I think the staggered formation left right was proper, but
And
Oh, we still haven't short rested.
Nope.
Good.
Good.
Lol.
Let me know if I
That was
accidentally get
ASMR,
joking.
man.
The hell is ASMR?
I'll tell you later.
Autonomous
That good?
sensory. Wait, ASMR. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Oh.
When you
sure-
whisper to
Oh.
someone, your
No.
head gets all tingly.
Yeah.
That word is frisson.
Why is this not? All of these things.
Shit is gebracht.
Same.
Es tut mir leid. Getting there.
Would it not have been simpler just to wipe these tokens and just go clone the ones on the map you were just on?
You quit being smart.
I don't know. I legit don't know. I've never DM'd.
We figured it out.
I still don't see Lee's aura, so I'm not sure how figured out it is.
I don't
Oh,
see
yeah, you just have to
anybody.
tell. You have to say that my aura can be viewed by everybody.
I did. Oh, I know. I didn't. You should be able to see things, Jack. I don't know why it's not letting you. It might just be in the wrong spot.
Well, I'm the homunculus right now. So I just see a gray background.
Well.
Might just be
Well.
not loading.
I'll try and reload.
There you go.
I'm talking about, there you go. I can't see anything.
I mean, I'm talking about the aura.
Oh, yeah, I can now see stuff.
You should be
Reloading for the win.
You should be able to see stuff. Why?
I just had the image of us sitting at an actual table playing actual, pen and paper. I'm like, I can't see anything, and somebody's like, just reset, and you just blink really hard.
I gotta tell you, I don't think I'd be up for these late night sessions if it was pen and paper. Like, it's really
Yeah.
late to be at your house. Please make it earlier.
Yeah.
Never. Everyone.
I'm gonna
Okay.
keep you here, and
You see
it
yet,
puts.
Mr. Homunculus?
I can see. I can fight.
Did you roll initiative?
No, I can't anymore. Like, just something happened, and it just fucking. Hold on. I did roll initiative. If you want to have me roll a new one, because
No,
did
I
we
got
reset it? Or...
you. I got you.
You're on the tracker. You just got to put in your number. And
I went ahead and did it. It's just being slow today. I don't know why, because everything is slow in my life.
oh goodness gracious! Once again with the ridiculous initiative.
Yeah, my initiative is dicks.
So this was. You said we saw this burnt house. Did we actually get there, or is this happening before that?
It's as you are approaching it.
Okay.
Maybe this will wake you up at Leafjack Gaming.
Thank you, Zedek. Maybe it will.
Not likely.
No, not likely. It just might. We're all ready to go, though. So
Caffeine zombie.
God damn it! It keeps reloading and just putting me on a gray screen.
That's bizarre.
I'm gonna close completely out of Roll20 instead of reloading.
Is there any way we could throw eject token on this map so we could have vision from that?
Well,
It's
I mean,
actually going to be a
I
suggestion.
think it's a roll
Good
20
working.
issue, not a token
Yeah.
issue.
No, it's definitely a roll 20 issue because it'll go black and then it will reload as a gray screen. So it's not a vision issue. It's this website is not optimized.
The shade reaches towards the Lee and
Did you
makes
just
a
say
clenching
Lee?
hand.
Did you just say the Lee?
That may
Yes,
I
have-
heard that.
And towards Lee, whatever. It makes a claw, and then with its hand, and makes a fist. Lee, make a wisdom save.
Nope.
Hand fist.
Goodness. Within Thox aura, looks like. Perfect.
Yes.
Right.
Wisdom.
As you feel your body being ripped from this plane.
20 total.
However, you're able to fight the sensation. Fort, your turn.
So I'm guessing it's not still under the effects of Charmed, and it was possibly bluffing.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna lock up besides Lee, and I am going to full attack it. I'm pretty sure. I think it's going to be immune to the effect of this, but let's see.
What the fucking fuck? There's some weird junk going on with roll 20 right now.
Yeah, mine was freaking out instead.
That is a miss, as it passes through the cloak. Unaffected.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 4, so I'm not that surprised.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
a
good.
hit, however.
On the
Oh,
pain
good.
flail.
On the pain flail.
Pain flail.
That's a lot of numbers.
That one that I really always want to crit on, but never ever really get luck with. But there we go.
Yeah.
Phew. As you strike it with the energy, you hear, and then you swing again, striking it once more. It seems to be immune to the effect, but it does take the damage.
Still standing?
What the
Yes.
balls?
Look.
Hey, sorry guys. Admin. What was the... Must be a tool thing that... This is taking a lot of fucking resources from my computer for some reason.
Let me
Are you
adjust
running?
so it takes less.
Are you
What's
running
up?
Chrome?
Yeah.
Chrome updated recently to pull a lot more resources from video acceleration, so you can actually go tell Chrome to stop using video acceleration.
Where do I do that?
It's one of the Chrome settings. I don't have it offhand.
Gotcha. Themes.
It's in there somewhere. That being said, are you done?
No, I asked how's it looking, and
Oh,
I didn't get a
okay.
response.
Yeah, you must have cut off or something. I didn't hear.
Don't predict my dick.
The creature is moving in a much slower motions, but it's still going.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action use a Priest of Zeal effect, and I am going to attack it again. You said I passed through its cloak?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a pain again then.
All right. You feel the enchanted flailhead strike something. You hit.
Wow!
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, that was a good roll on the psychic damage.
And on the physical.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god.
You see
That's almost maximized.
dark energy fading away from the creature. However, it still remains.
Intern there.
Fuck.
Alright. So I'm gonna run up to it, and in response to it saying, like, you underestimated me, I'm gonna be all like, no you. And then greatsword.
Inspiration.
I already have it.
Well, then you.
Actually, can I use mine and then, like, account for the one you gave me?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Sweet. So I'm gonna have advantage on this attack. Feeling how clever. Just like, I'm so funny. Okay. And do I want to smite? Sure. I'll do level 1. Is it an undead, fiend, celestial, or elemental?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Alright. And I'm going to smack at it again.
The first strike goes through its center, and res radiant energy fills it, probably for the first time ever. It explodes.
Oh. So it's like, whoosh. Oh, okay.
Did it have a spell book?
No.
Oh. Yep, I give up on descriptions forever. I'm retiring my brain.
Alright. As the creature fades in front of you, Lee, what are you doing?
He's not in Discord.
Oh. I don't hear the bloops.
I heard the bloops. Lee just kind of stands there, dumbfounded.
Huh. Sure, in terms of story, that sounds fine. Let's do that. Just to keep this moving.
Oh, poop.
He says his internet's dead.
So I move E. And, okay.
He also said Finger of Death it, but if we're being approached, I'm assuming he's going to Finger of Death one of them instead.
Finger me. Don't do it.
Wait, he doesn't have that ability, does it?
I have no idea. I'm just reporting what he says.
Oh, okay.
I have to assume that if he doesn't have the ability, he means his internet got Finger of Death.
Ah, I see. Let's see if you respond in a promptly manner. Otherwise, I want to continue.
Does Lee have Finger of Death?
Even if she does, she doesn't have any spell slots.
Okay. With my second attack, like, can I see those things in, like, Javelin 1?
Do you have movement?
I have 10 more feet. No, I have 15. Yeah, okay, so I have 15 more feet. So can I move over here?
Yeah.
And then smack this guy?
As the one disappears, two more approach. I will allow you to run over and strike one as it gets decapped.
Doing it.
And
Yeah.
free actioning, switching the dagger to a greatsword, I reckon, and attacking with a great weapon master.
And extra damage undead.
And I'm going to do a level 3 Divine Smite.
Okay, you do strike it.
Not a crit, but is that level 3? Hurt or burn? Cool.
additional 30 damage as radiant energy fills it and takes out a chunk of the dark energy. However, the darkness swirls back in. And it reaches for you. Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Did I see where these two came from?
They were hidden around building corners.
So, somewhere in a back alley.
Yeah. Welcome back. Yes. Alright. You feel your body begin to shift, however, with extreme will, you remain here. Cat, the other one, does the same to you. Wisdom save.
Oh no!
Can you use inspiration?
That's what it's there for. Alright. You feel your body begin to slip. And you remember back to this moment in time, which I don't remember, but you would. When you found yourself a little cool. Which you're always cool. And you bring it back in. Ready to go.
Cat's a nomad. It would have been so much cooler if she just teleported back.
Does that work cross-plane?
For flavor purposes, yeah, anything works.
Okay.
All right.
And
just in
yes,
time,
Cat
back.
can teleport across planes.
Well, luckily for Cat, she didn't have to worry about that and expend resources. However, boop, you do return. And Lee, it is your turn.
How many of them are there?
There appear to be.
Okay. I still don't have Roll20. My internet's still down, but I at least got in on my phone for this. So there's 2 of them, and have we been wailing on one of them yet?
It exploded. Thok blew it up.
Right, the one, and there's 2 more.
Yep,
Thok,
and I
has injured one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that works. Then, in that case, I wish to attack the one closest to me. We're gonna go. Still, yeah, great weapon. Yeah, we're just gonna be boring and do great weapon with the extra 2d10 damage.
Do
Okay.
you still have your Hexblade's Curse, or is that long rest refresh?
It is not worth using on a single target because it doesn't transfer between targets.
How come you haven't leveled up yet, man?
I know, right? As soon as I level up, I can transfer it between targets.
Let's see. So undead damage, weapon master, dark adventure. Oh, you have reach. You don't have to step forward.
I don't.
So.
Somebody's microphone's going fucking nuts.
Yeah, he's got a lot of feedback.
Sorry.
You do hit for. Let's see, that's 31 plus 12 is a total of 43.
Do it again.
Alright.
You have the option of choosing to try and restrain it or try and prone it, but I think it's ethereal and doesn't care about either of those effects, to be honest.
I'll at least attempt to restrain it, but
after the Avenger hooks it, it pulls through without being able to restrain.
okay. Yeah, it's not surprising. Okay.
Not surprising, but good science.
You strike it again. The second time.
Yeah.
For math. Pick it among 44 points of damage.
Beautiful.
43.
44? Yeah, I was going to say, that looks like 43.
I did it right the first time, and then I forgot to say. So yes, 43 points of damage as it looks angry, but it is standing.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, Cat, your turn.
I'll start off with a bonus action. I will spend 1 side point, and I'll do step of a dozen to over here. It's Q.
You can either use Q or right click.
And then for my action, I think I'm just gonna take 2 bow shots at the top one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make them at normal instead of great or sharpshooter.
Well, if you can take him out before his turn, then
Should have been sharpshooter.
you gonna add one of your damage dice to that one?
That's a really good plan. Yeah, I'm gonna add a D8 or 2D8, right?
Well, if it's a
Okay.
D8 on the normal, then it's 2D8 on a crit.
Yeah. And then Ford can use his reaction to move to that one.
To that one? Does this count?
That is towards.
Is that good enough, Nate?
Yeah.
That's where I go.
And yeah, no opportunity attacks are provoked.
17 and 11 is 28. Cool.
Can drop it where it's turn. That'll reduce the number of effects we need to resist by half.
As you shoot it, piercing what seems to be the core of its being, the black energy of the necrotic radiates through it, but it seems to ignore. However, that initial arrow piercing it does seem to affect it greatly. It's still
The
standing.
necrotic damage doesn't seem to do anything.
Correct.
Okay.
I will take a sharpshooter shot for my second shot.
Okay. This one also hits, piercing it with great... I'm not sure if it's accuracy or just strength or whatever, but it does solidly chunk
Prejudice.
it. Prejudice, yes.
I reckon sharpshooter is accuracy.
Probably. So in that same area where you hit before, it strikes, and the arrow falls to the ground below it. It's still standing, however, like the other one before it perished, wisping away.
And I will action surge
Okay.
to make another attack. And add a precision shot to that. $16 to hit.
Okay, with your great skill in taking that extra time to shoot, the shot lands just barely striking that same core, and the shade wisps away.
Here we go. Nate, you have a character whose backstory actually matches what your character is capable of.
I'll
With
take
great
this.
skill with my bow, I wipe things out. Look at that. With great skill with your bow, you're wiping things out.
With the second shot, I'll attack the last one there.
Okay. Another solid hit. It still remains.
Now I'll end my turn there.
Alright. That brings it to the homunculus.
He's in my pocket.
The grass disappear.
In mine.
I'm here. I'm right here.
It is your turn. There he goes. It's on. There was on 4 stuff. Got into the next swing of the spell. Inspiration.
Word.
Alright.
Wait, what did I miss?
How much of a splice? Fort, slipping him a note that says, "It's all in the hips," and then clambers onto Fort's back, guiding the next swing of his flail, or spell thrown.
Okay.
When does recharge happen? Is it before or after the turn?
Start at the turn. You attempt to recharge.
Yeah. Lol.
That's a unsatisfying nope. So instead, it will attempt to touchy touch a Thok with its.
Nate, it was my reaction to move forward, right?
That's correct.
As it reaches forward and grabs towards his mind.
Not his mind. He needs that for things.
Yeah,
Good luck finding it.
it does
It
not
didn't.
find it. 1 second. For some reason that wasn't correct. Anyways, it does not find the mind. And the shadows rear back as it disappears.
What was that?
Seems to have teleported away.
I wonder where it went.
It did disappear just over there. And then goes around that corner. So far as that.
So, you're saying corner, but all I see is marble. Can you draw a corner?
There's kind of a corner there. Like,
What?
a corner over here.
Okay,
I
can
see
you
no
just
such
draw
thing.
a corner?
Whatever, it disappears between the buildings.
That's fine, but if we need to go around a corner, I'm not ethereal.
Can I see it?
No.
Okay.
That's not right. Whatever. Oh, I see what the issue is here.
Doesn't matter, Joe. There's a corner there.
Poop.
Fort, it is your turn.
Corner. Well, the city's dark, but I don't see a corner still.
Do you not see those lines?
I don't have
No,
any idea
that
what
might be on
lines
your
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't see anything like
I
that.
think it's on your layer, Matt.
It's on the map layer. I don't know why you guys can't. It's on the map layer. Goddamn. Whatever.
Is it on the lower section of the map layer, and the map background is on the upper section of the map layer?
The trick is that the glass, or the wall is made of glass. And you can see it.
Don't think that that's how he built the city.
I'm gonna run, break through the glass.
There's a corner.
I don't know why it didn't. It's not showing for you guys, but this is definitely around somewhere.
Okay.
That's what I get for using older maps. There we go. That's where they went. They're on the
I'm
GM
still laughing at the spell description. I'm glad I saved it because I don't know what the fuck the effect is.
map. Or it can't.
What the fuck is that?
It's a typo.
That's
Creature must succeed a charisma-based Constitution saving throw, or it becomes a white girl.
Oh my gosh.
Or it can't.
Okay. Moving on.
That's such broken English.
Oh
Oh my god. Oh my.
There. I fixed it.
It was perfect. What is there to fix?
I made it correct. Anyways, Fort, it is still your turn.
Yeah. So do I actually know its location? Did it hide, or is it still in combat and over there? It just went through the walls to get over there.
I'd actually teleported to here and then went south out of vision.
Oh. So, little question there. Does Fort recognize that it teleported somewhere that it could see? Does that seem like a
Yes.
likely trigger for its teleportation?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, perfect. What do I want to do, though? Are these streets empty?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to go there, and I am going to cast Slow on it. Before I do that, though, I'm going to bonus action to a Divine Arcana to add 2 to the DC.
Okay. DC's what, 22?
23.
23, okay.
Does
That's
have
a-
disadvantage.
It might have disadvantage. It's really far away. No, it's really far away from you. It's not in your range.
Oh, it's not within 30 feet.
I think it teleported like 30 and then walked 30.
Aww.
How disappointing.
No,
There
I
was a
ain't mad about
chance.
that. There was a chance.
Whew.
That makes me feel completely justified that I used my Divine Arcana right there.
Very strong usage.
The shadowy form begins to slow down as it floats from the air.
It's bonus action. That's my entire movement pool. That's my action. I'm done. I got nothing left.
Flocky Poo, your turn.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move over here, and then I'm going to try to dash over here.
Okay.
Oh shit. Never mind. Wait, no. Yeah. Alright, yeah, it's my turn.
Lily, it is your turn.
It's how far away is it?
From you, it is 80 feet.
Okay.
There's
Then
no
I will
direct-
take.
There is no direct line of sight to it for you, however.
Yes.
Then is it like above or?
There is a building between you and it.
If I fly upwards 30 feet, will I be able to see it?
If you're not wearing your cloak, you cannot fly.
I am wearing my cloak. I'm just disguised. Doc was the one that took it off.
Okay.
You have the ability to view the Discord channel. Flecken.
Possibly. No, I'm not.
You still would not have line of sight on it. The building is tall enough that you're pretty sure that it would get in the way.
Can I fly around the building?
What's the fly speed?
Is just my walking speed of 30 feet.
You can get to the edge of the roof if you go diagonally. About.
Would that give me line of sight?
Not quite.
Then I will take. Yeah, I'll take a dash action to try and get up as close as I can with it and switch over to bow.
Okay. That will put you. There we go. That. there. So, you still can't see it, but you're pretty sure you'll be able to next turn.
Assuming it does what we hope it's going to do.
Right.
Which is continue to flee.
Alright, anything else?
Nope. That is the end of it for me.
Alright. Cat, your turn.
Bonus action, gonna spend 2 side points to jump over here.
Do you still have feline grace? Do you want to just run over there?
Is that... I don't... Oh, that puts me up to 60. I was under the wrong assumptions about it. Then I'm not going to spend 2 side points. I'm just going to run there and take 2 shots.
Okay. Alright, so I was going to say that it is getting some cover from the people in your way. However, with your accurate shooting, you are able to strike it.
Its armor class is further reduced by 2 over base.
I'm going to add a superiority die for maneuvering attack, so that Thok can use up to half his movement to get to it, and add some damage.
Okay.
Fuck, you've been afforded a reaction to move. Up to half of your movement. Would you like to take it?
Nope. Just for a post. So.
Take another shot.
Okay.
Well then. Actually, I have something. As a reaction, I will spend 2 side points, and on a miss, I will repeat the attack roll.
Doesn't that have to be at a different target?
Repeat the attack roll. Seeking missile. Let me see if I can grab that.
I'm fairly certain that has to be on a different target.
Against the same target.
Oh, well, maybe.
It cannot be a different target.
Alright. Go ahead.
That's a little bit better.
Wow.
The arrow misfires into the air. And then you're like, And you bring it down with your psychic powers and goes right into the top of the shade. However, it still remains.
And... As a bonus action, I will refocus myself to Nomadic Arrow, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. That brings it to the homunculus. Wolfrider, providing a second set of eyes to spot any possible weaknesses. I love this. You're doing an amazing job. I'd give you more inspiration, but you can't have it.
Just keep giving it to him, and then he'll figure out what to do with it. The whole point of just continually giving inspiration when people have inspiration is to, push them to use it.
True. I still give it to you if you... Oh, okay. I can't even with all this inspiration. God damn it.
Someone said you can't. Oh my God.
You would get inspiration, or else you can't.
You need to make a charisma-based con save for that
first.
Holy cheese, my internet's back.
Woo!
Yay!
Sadness. Takes a step towards Thok. Well, not a step, but it floats towards Thok. Reaching out. I will take your mind.
Oh.
That's a better roll.
Okay, so that actually makes sense. All right, cool.
All right.
Okay, neat. Yeah, so 24 hits. Con save. I'm using inspiration. Fuck. I didn't need to use my inspiration. It's just not healing. That's fine. Okay. So 17.
You didn't need to use inspiration to fuck. You needed
No,
the
I
party
didn't.
for you to fuck.
Nope. Oh, I had a no. Wait. Was the assisting for an attack? Yeah, that was.
Yes,
Okay.
it was for attack.
Yep.
I can't see what are they. There we go. So I will give Thok my inspiration. Oh, do I have to be able to see him to do that?
He's already used.
I already used it.
Oh, he already used it. Okay.
All right. So, it touches your mind as madness creeps into it, and you take the 17 points of psychic damage, and you're unable to hold back as this black substance seems to fill the veins on your face, coating you with like a spider web of black. However, that is going to end its turn as its last ditch effort, and so it gets to repeat its save. Is this DC the same?
I have no idea. I'm gonna assume no. But you're the DM, so interpret it however you want to. My assumption is no, but
+2 bonus. The next spell you cast gains a +2 bonus to any attack roll or its saving throw the DC. I'm gonna go with nah.
that seems to be the same error interpretation anyway.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter as it remains slowly moving.
Well, he's in Cat's or Lee's aura anyway, so disadvantage on saving throws against spells.
I got this one for it.
Well, it is Fort's turn.
Okay, well, I mean, I gave Lee a chance when she said that, so let's see what Thok can do, I guess.
If you end up in the jaws of a T-Rex, I swear to God.
That would be amazing. I would be, like, not even mad. I would be impressed if I wind up in the jaws of a T-Rex in this situation.
With no T-Rex to behold, suddenly T-Rex. Thok, your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna yell at the thing, saying, "Stop running away! And what you do to my face, you cockamamie poo-poo dick!"
What?
It's not running away.
Oh, that floated on the crit.
No!
That might still hit, though, because 16s were hitting, and its AC is reduced by 2.
That's true, I do have advantage.
Yeah, he does have advantage.
And you have advantage.
Cool.
As you begin to swing at the wrong spot, though that's moving slowly, then you might still hit it. The homunculus barely pushes down your hands and you slice right through the middle.
Is it dead?
I don't think this one's been injured necessarily all that much.
It is not dead.
I hit it a few times.
Was it ever alive?
Alright, one more. Alright, one more time. I need to kill this thing. Just for pride's sake.
If you don't, I will.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess I won't kill it.
So you told me you've got this. What are you gonna do right now?
I am gonna cast I'm gonna use a level 2 Divine Smite. Yes, it's a crit. Yes, it's that. Level 2. Die.
Holy Jesus.
There's a lot of 7s in there.
And a few 8s. Well,
Alright.
how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna I want to split its eyes in half and kind of go through the middle for my first strike, and then for the second one, I'm just gonna start at the bottom and just push its face up as a sword comes out of its face, and then just finger blast it, bone blast it.
Finger blasted.
I'm gonna make sure it can't.
He hits it so hard it can't.
Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Okay. So, you mind if I add to that?
Go for it.
Okay, so you do the first slice, breaking it in half, though it does seem to form back for a moment. And then with your divine energy, you grab it by the face and force your sword up its where it would have a head, down the hood, and a burst of radiant energy bursts through it, and flakes of darkness begin to burn away as it is destroyed.
I fly over the edge of the window and shoot an arrow through its dissipating corpse.
There is no corpse to shoot through. As you
It,
just shoot the ground.
It got Thanos.
It just...
Saved you.
I think Thok handled it.
See, exactly, and I didn't end up in the belly of a fucking T-Rex.
I land quickly.
Moment passes as silence takes the street from the combat. This area seems to be mostly deserted, with that one building not too far away, with a slight smokestack coming from it.
I'm gonna start heading over there.
Alright. As you approach, the smell of acidity enters your nose and almost kind of burns the fur within. I don't know if it's hair for Nolson, the nose, whatever.
It's never fur inside of the nose for any animal or creature.
The hairs within the nose almost seem to burn from it. It's almost painful. A single wooden door sits in the doorway. Broken and misplaced.
Sticking a dog's nose.
Ugh. Ugh. Why?
What sits in the doorway?
A broken
door.
misfitted door.
I got one of the descriptions right for once, guys.
I go up and knock.
Who is it?
It's Agatha's hut all over again.
One with need of your services.
Everyone needs my services. And the door opens to a strange sight, especially based on the description I gave to you guys prior to starting this session. A half-orc, more orcish than not, with a...
Yeah, that's a really weird description you gave us about no half-orcs in this city.
Yes. A white braided beard sitting on his shoulder is a monkey squirrel creature. Unknown.
Flying squirrel.
Yeah. Sure. Looks
Does it
That's definitely
look
what the
like
homunculus
a
looks like.
homunculus disguised as a undead squirrel?
It does.
That's
seem,
exactly what I'm seeing in that picture.
It does seem to be some form of homunculus. Yes.
The flying squirrel, guys. Cat told me so.
Wow. Yes, but do all who need your services have such powerful enemies?
Their enemy is only the cob.
Quite the opposite with us, actually.
You know, what she means to say is that we're kind of neutral on that, you know?
Some of us.
Yeah.
I'm not really neutral on the macabre being my enemy thing, just heads up.
Well, you don't look like most here.
Neither do you.
I guess not. Come inside.
I walk. Do I trust this guy?
No.
Do you have a choice?
That's fair. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll walk in.
It'd be impolite to not accept an invite in.
As you enter the room, it's filled with alchemical processes going around. There's a dripper dripping some substance into vials. There's regents everywhere. More life in this room than probably most of the Shadowfell. Especially all of Necropolis that you've seen as you've wandered through these desolate streets.
So, my request is simple. I just need an ingested poison converted into some form of contact poison.
That's not an easy task.
I recognize that, but we've heard tale of your skill, and we're hoping that you would be able to pull it off for us.
We were actually given a divine insight to come see you.
That's about the only way that someone will know about me now. I was marked dead long ago, I'm sure.
Well, then perhaps we can assist one another.
Do you perhaps have the ability to make me not so dead?
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah. We also are working on giving you the ability to leave this place.
Seeing as you're the only outsiders to ever enter this place, I guess you might have some chance at that.
We're the only outsiders to come here.
No,
it was
Yeah, I
pretty
told you that.
I think 3 of you just talked over each other at once.
Sorry about that.
I think we all said the same thing. None have entered, none have left.
But it was easy. It was like water. It was like a shower.
I mean, to be fair, would you have wanted to come here?
Nah, not really.
There was a time I did, but then I got stuck.
I pull out the poison.
Is this the poison?
It is.
The one for Cusco.
Cusco's poison.
Karsus poison. The poison intended to kill Karsus.
Cusco's poison.
I'll see what I can do. It'll take time.
Overnight, do you think?
You do a discredit to our race. And he goes over and grabs the poison from Lee. If you will give it.
Yep. Or wait.
I reckon he grabs it from Lee even if she won't give it.
He attempts to
Well-
grab it from Lee.
Insight check real quick.
You may.
Okay, I hand it to him.
He takes it from you as much as you give it to him. He unstoppers the vial. Gives it a sniff. Puts it back.
I worked real hard on that.
I'm guessing you did a decent job. He goes back to his table with all his regents and begins to grab various materials. Sniffing straight from the vial. He rolls up his sleeves as blue runes begin to glow and wisp with light. And he begins to grind and softly chant. A incantation over the regencies. He does this for a very long time. It seems to drawn on until all of you begin to feel slight fatigue from the day. There is no light shift. There seems to be no sun, no moon here. Only that. What do you guys call it?
Sepultone.
Yeah, that.
Dusk.
That color. However, your internal clock seem to be working fine as you feel the need to rest come upon you.
Forgive us, Elibor. Is there perhaps a place that we could find rest nearby and not draw attention?
That actually kind of brings up a good point. If it's obvious it's going to take a while, I was actually interested in checking out one of these nearby homes to see, because you said this area seems pretty well abandoned.
Yeah, so as he does that, you can wander to one of the homes. No doors on these homes, and inside there was nothing but dust.
Well, as good a place as any, as far as I'm concerned. So, I guess I will be prestidigitating the area clean for a bit, and that is not just an air freshener, that's clean.
Wouldn't it be nice if we still had a broom that automatically swept up?
No, I'm fine with this.
It's nicer that Cat has that bow.
That's fair.
Alright, as you guys settle in for your rest, are you guys wanting to do a watch order?
Absolutely.
Alright, well, we can determine that at a later time, as it is a good stopping place here. As you guys settle in for your long rest, we'll go ahead and say that it goes uneventfully. And so go ahead and take those benefits for the next session and level up.
Oh,
Oh,
Best
baby.
shopping episode ever.
Oh, yes.
Alright, thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for watching. And as always, stay classy.
Bye.
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 see ya.